Yeah, come on!
Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. That was a very dramatic intro.
Well, I'm trying to change it up a little bit every
I like
day.
it.
Since we do a 4-hour Atlanta radio show in 30 minutes, live without a net, Monday through Friday, I got to change it up a bit.
You know what? It's good that you change it up because I don't want it to always look the same. We try to wear different clothes. I put thought into it.
Yeah.
You're wearing a white snake
This
shirt.
is a new shirt. I haven't worn this yet since we started this.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
like
good. I like the old white snake shirt. I'm a David Coverdale man. We are talking to you live on the Yeah Come On show, as Jeff put it. 4 hours crammed in 30 minutes without a net. And it's brought to you by Exit Wealth. We are in the Exit Wealth studios, and today's one of those great days where everybody from Exit Wealth is here with us in the Alpharetta office. Other than that, they can be found in the Buckhead office, where we also have a studio. So the cool thing is we kind of can do what we want to do when we want to do it.
Oh, there you go. I believe those shirts are available at yeahcomeon.com.
You can go to yeahcomeon.com and get that shirt. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you a video here in a second of my morning where you will see what it's like. And I'm shipping a Yeah Come On black hat to Texas.
Okay.
Somebody in Texas wants to wear a YC lid. I'm like, hell yeah. The good news is that we're alive and well. Last night, we'll get into it in Politictainment. How can we not? The State of the Union address. I will tell you, it's the first time I've watched the entire thing.
Yeah, and it was the longest in 25 years. He spoke for an hour and 48 minutes.
I broke a record. I've never watched the whole one, and I watched this one. And I watched like the 30 minutes up till, you know, where everybody's walking in.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of politics, but maybe it's something you need to hear. Also, sports. It's all hockey right now for me. So we'll fan sports. We'll go sports light, but we'll mix it in with some politics.
Well, yeah, it's kind of that was part of the State of the Union.
Yeah.
Had a lot of sports in it.
And we've got a passing. We'll get into that and Steve MZ. And we have Today with Chloe. Right now, Jeff and I are in a warm studio, again, provided by Exit Wealth and Exit Stage Left Advisors, where if you have a business to sell, this is where you come. 10, 20, 30 years in business. Maybe your kid got put through college, but he doesn't want to take it over. You need to let it go. But you got people you want to protect. Every deal's different. Get to me in my DMs or just contact Exit Stage Left Advisors. Tell them Southside sent you. Wonderful sponsor. Right now, you're going to see my morning, Jeff.
Okay.
Today with Chloe will come on. She's on a train in New York. Says it's starting to snow. She will walk to Radio 1. Is it not Radio 1? It is Rockefeller Center. Got it mixed up with England for a second there. She'll walk to Rockefeller Center in the snow, which means when she gets there, they got to do a blowout, a blow dry. Get her looking good to be on camera. So she'll talk to us. We're waiting on her phone call. Until then, this was my morning on video. It will go without interruption. But if you have a kid or a wife, and you got to be somewhere on time, it's always got to be the man's fault. This was my morning. The vehicle's running. I've showered, I've dressed, and I've unloaded the dishwasher, loaded the dishwasher, cleaned up for breakfast. Amanda's been taking care of the boys, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Just waiting on my youngest. Ugh. You're going to be late. And everybody blames me. And I take that brunt. I take it. Because I have a history of being late. But no more. My shit is on time, man. Today's a big day. Just want to let you know, I will be doing the Yeah Come On show. A 4-hour Atlanta radio show done in 30 minutes, live without a net. I'll do that here in about 20 minutes. I hope you can watch it. It's YouTube, Spotify. It's also on Apple. I'm also shipping out a Yeah Come On box to Texas. I got fans in Texas. So he's getting himself a black Yeah Come On hat and a couple koozies and a sticker. Tossed in free by me. I give the love if you order at yetcomeon.com. This is the shameless commercial because I got nothing else to do. But today I will do the red, white, and green show with Ted Jenkins. He hosts it. I'm his co-host, and we'll do that live from our Alpharetta studio. We did it last week from our Buckhead studio, and it's about people that love America, not talking about left or right, just love America and money. Red, white, and green. The other show I'm going to do kicks off today with John Rocker. It's On the Rocks with John Rocker and Southside Steve. And I do that today, and it drops tomorrow. Actually, it drops today. I got too much going on. We tape it too, we drop tonight. You don't want to miss this show. Woo. It's going to be out of control. Yeah, come on. There it is.
Yeah, nice plugs on everything.
Yeah, that's just my day.
All the day of shows you're doing today.
We have a business meeting with not On the Rocks. That's my other podcast, but we have a business meeting with Rock and Taco today too
for our show to potentially work
for the Come On show.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I had a great time when we did the Sound of Hope, or when you hosted it.
Yeah,
at Rock and Taco in Roswell. So I'm looking forward to working there.
No, it's the place, man. I love Roswell, that Canton Street area. It's cool, and that's the best bar. And the best thing they have going on is the Roswell Music Festival. I'll be emceeing that too. So we got that coming on. It is 10 a.m. and Jeff is now dialing Chloe to clear the lines to see if she is ready to go. She's prompt. She can run a hair behind, but she's pretty much on time. Waiting to see if she picks up.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Are you off your little trainy wainy?
Train.
Oh, you're still on the train. Well, it sounds like
No, I'm
off.
No, I'm off.
Okay.
I am off.
Hey,
and I am ready.
Do they let you sit? Do people go, I really love your show. I love what you do on NBC. Do they say that to you on the train?
You know what? I think that in New York, people are so jaded that nobody says anything to anybody anymore.
Oh, you got
people are
Southern roots. Hold on. You got Southern roots. You need to bring back the conversation and the wave and the high. Bring it back.
I know. Listen, it's a miracle that I even made it in because there's so much snow. It's crazy.
It is. Are your kids having a blast and your big kid husband? Are they sledding every day or does it get old?
There you go. No, but that's nice.
Oh, you want one?
Yeah.
I'll give you mine.
No.
No, because I'm going to go upstairs again.
Because I need to wear that on the show tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm getting a yellow for Savannah's mom. Oh, that's
nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Need to reconnect.
You think?
Today's show now.
Yeah.
All right.
Love you. See you tomorrow. I'm leaving the Today Show now, but I'm ready to do our interview.
Okay, good deal. All right, we think you're clear now. Does the signal sound good, or you want to call back? Let me hear you. Talk to me for a second. Tell me how much you love me.
So I love you. I mean, look, I'm about to get a coffee if you minutes. Otherwise, let's just do it.
Here's what we're going to do.
I mean, we're going to wait 10 minutes?
No. There's no waiting because you are live right now. We call it Live Without a Net. We are going to hang up and call you. You are live on the air now.
Yep.
We are going to call you back in 30 seconds and be ready to go. We just got a bad connection, okay?
Good Lord. Okay, bye.
All right, here we come. Bye.
All right, here we go.
That's embarrassing.
Well,
I mean, this Live Without a Net thing.
It is, but you got to get Mike on it.
I own it. I don't care. If there's a mistake or something, man, keep the camera rolling.
It usually takes a couple connections.
There we go.
Hi there, it's Chloe.
Clear.
Oh, you're perfect. And you are live on the Come On Show. I should have told you that before. But let me tell you, this Live Without a Net, which is our tagline now, it's great just to hear you interacting with New Yorkers, walking in right there to your office. And
well, first of all, you guys are so sneaky to not tell me that we're live on the air. And there I am, gabbing away at the Today Show. Well, I am so excited to be on with you guys. And I have a breaking news bulletin. Shocker. It's snowing again in New York City.
Yes. Live on the street right now. We will go to our correspondent, Chloe Melas, who's actually on the street. Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to give you that title. But our weather girl, how about we call you the weather girl? There she is. Chloe, it looks cold. Chloe, how is it out there?
You guys, it will not stop snowing. My kids school in days. And then this morning, just as we were getting them out the door, we got a call from the school district saying, hold on, don't bring them in just yet. And they did a 2-hour delay. I guess they just think that I can just stay home all the time. Sorry if you guys hear music in the background. I'm walking through Rockefeller Center. I don't know if anybody listening has ever seen the show 30 Rock back in the day with Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey. I work at Rockefeller Center. If you don't know the building, it's where the iconic Christmas tree is. The massive Christmas tree and the ice skating rink. That's where the Today Show is, and Nightly News, and all the different shows that I work for. But I'm just a regular gal. I take the train and I commute in. So I'm walking through the building right now underground because it's snowing to go and get to my office where I have a very exciting interview that's going to be taking place this morning.
All right, well, you got to tell us because I'm sure you're dolled up. I can't wait to see the interview. Who will you be talking to today on NBC for the Today Show?
Well, his name is Paul Anthony Kelly. He is the new breakout star of Ryan Murphy's new FX Hulu show called Love Story about John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. And it is a show that is captivating an entirely new generation, you guys. And I am interviewing him in just a few minutes. And I'm doing a whole deep dive on the show and this fascination into JFK Jr. and Carolyn.
Well, let me tell you, I was fascinated with Camelot as well, which is what it was termed. I was caught up in the Kennedys. I never left my television when his plane went down. I was glued to CNN at the time. And, you know, I was all Kennedy. And it's just one of those things you're like, what's it like to be these people? They are so celebrated. They're so intelligent. They've made so many decisions that affect us as Americans from style to law. But then they're also so jinxed. There's this blackness that comes over them where there's death and things happen and people are assassinated. So it's a must see. And my own Jeff Cole here just came in talking about the show you're talking about, and he's paying attention. So he's excited for your guest, aren't you?
Oh yeah, he nails it. He nails John, and this show is really great. And I tell you exactly why. The details. I don't know much about their story because I didn't really pay attention to it when it was happening, but I do know a little bit about Calvin Klein and how David Geffen, the record mogul, saved Calvin Klein in the early 90s. And I mentioned that because they had a slight detail. Calvin Klein walks into the office and, I was on the phone with David Geffen. And boom, 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 goes on with the scene. That little detail is, okay, these guys know what they're talking about. They're going to tell the story right. So this Ryan Murphy show, it's awesome. So if you want the Carolyn and John story, this is it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this was playing out in the early 90s. I'm almost 40, but I was too young to really follow them. And I think what's so interesting is the nostalgia. You guys, this is pre-cell phone. JFK Jr. was riding his bike through the streets of Manhattan. Obviously, he was like America's royal family, right? And I think, Steve, you hit the nail on the head where it was the fashion, the glamour. These were beautiful, wealthy people, but who also suffered great tragedies in their life. And, people were obsessed with them, obsessed with their parents. His father obviously had been the president, but his mother, a style icon, Jackie Kennedy. And you see a lot of his family life in the show. I think Ryan Murphy tried really hard to keep it true to history. And so I'm excited to interview Paul, who plays JFK Jr., find out what he did to prepare for the role. And also I take a look at Carolyn's style. Some of her actual wardrobe pieces are being auctioned off right now. And I had a chance to see those pieces last night in person. The auctioneer brought them to Rockefeller Center, and I was able to look at these pieces. And one of her coats is actually being auctioned off for $30,000, you guys.
Unreal. Yeah, they were living an incredible life, and who knows where the marriage would have gone. There was stress, we know the magazine. Would he have ever run for president? would they have lasted? Nobody knows, but they were taken out in such a horrific manner, for all three of them.
So awful. And so the fifth episode airs Thursday night.
Okay.
And my piece will air before that. So I'll make sure to send you guys a link. And then there are 4 more episodes of the season. And obviously we know where it's going to go ultimately in the end. It's tragic. It's really interesting what Murphy's choosing. These real life locations in New York City are taking on a life of their own. I mean, there's an Indian restaurant downtown where they had their first date.
Wow.
And you can't get a reservation there now because, fans are lined around the block to go inside.
Crazy.
Right? So.
And look how many years ago, and they still want to do that. I mean, their essence, their DNA, is gone.
This show is just unbelievable. You and Amanda, you guys should really, honestly, you guys should start watching it. I binged the first 3 episodes in one night, and then just recently watched the 4th. And it's really great. And Ryan Murphy, he is just become such a prolific creator of TV. I mean, he's really reignited appointment television when it comes to these series that he's done. I mean, it's whether it's horror, American Horror Story, or this. I mean, he's really incredible. I would love to meet him one day. I've never interviewed him.
And you mentioned the nostalgia. The show does a great job of recreating the 90s, and they spent some money on music. Like all the music is timeline correct. Yeah. I'm very critical if a song is in the wrong era. The music is great. Like you said, the New York City places are great. They do a great job of recreating the 90s. Very well done.
Well, it's so funny. I've been singing some of these songs, and gosh, I remember life before cell phones, and part of me kind of wishes that we still lived in that era. But that's something that I'm going to be covering tomorrow. But I also have some news. I'm going to the West Coast for. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. I'm doing it. Just say it.
Oscars. I'm going to the Oscars.
Wow, look at you, man. It doesn't get any bigger or better.
Actually, okay, wait. I kind of lied. I'm not going to the actual Oscars, but I'm going to Elton John's Oscar party.
Well, that's the biggest one.
Well, Jeff's right. That is the biggest one. So you're going to the biggest party, and I would rather go to the party than sit through a televised event all day long. No offense, the breaks and all the stuff that goes on, the moving, the shuffling. You're going to Elton John's party, man. Awesome.
Look at that. I don't even know what you do at his party other than I need to figure out what I'm going to wear, y'all. I don't have a dress yet.
Well, he's going to be looking. He's critical of that. He wants to see some flash. He wants to see some bling. And he might even want to see a little bit of leg. I'm not saying wear a short skirt, but show off some heels. Give the toe cleavage, proper toe cleavage, and a little bit of sparkle. Have the hair over one ear, maybe a little slick back, and kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
I sat down with Elton John when I was at CNN, and it was one of my favorite interviews. I mean, that was something that I got really nervous about. But I will say that I think there are performances. I think there's an auction. I think it's a whole thing in between watching the actual show. I did hold out hope, thinking that I was going to potentially go to the Academy Awards. It would have been my first time. I really wanted to see Conan O'Brien in person hosting. I think it's going to be a great show. And, this is one of the last years that it's on ABC, a sign of the times, you guys. It's going to be moving to YouTube television.
Crazy. It is crazy. I mean, you're right, because we have built our lives watching whatever ABC, CBS, NBC puts out. I'm a Peacock man for many reasons. You're one of them. I love my Today Show. I love NBC. I love that NBC allows a talent and a friend like you to come on our show and bring a little bit of Georgia back. Never forget, this girl lived in Georgia. Her grandparents actually started one of our biggest country clubs. Her mom was a member. Her mom resides here. She went to college in Auburn. So I love a New York girl with a splash of Southern, and you've got that, and you're perfect for us. And nobody's more proud than me, and I'm saying your husband.
Well, I love you guys, and I love coming on. And I want to just tell you, Steve. The other day I ran into Bert Kreischer, and I said that we have our mutual friend, which is you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched his show on Netflix. I forget the name of it, but I binged that show the other day. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, Free Bert. I binged it in one sitting. I think a lot of people have done it because they're short episodes, and I've heard him talk about it. Like, people are coming up to him like, "Man, your show's great. I watched all 6 episodes in one sitting."
I feel like I've lived it. I've been out with him 6 different times, getting very drunk 5 of the times. He's taken off all his clothes in our studio. I've seen him nude, standing there as calm and collected as anybody else. I'm like, I feel like I've lived it. But Bert is blown up. Chloe Melas is blowing up. She is our girl right there, the entertainment reporter for the Today Show, NBC. She's live and in New York right now on this show. Stay safe. And again, get with us. Make sure we have that interview dialed in for this episode of this show. I know.
I'll talk to you guys. I will talk to you guys hopefully before I go to LA. So definitely check back into me before the Oscars on March 15th.
Yeah, we want to do that, and I'm very proud of what you're doing on this show because Jeff speaks so highly of the John John Show. Yeah. So we want to see your interview that you're about to have today. And lastly, don't even know what to say. The country's watching. A hug to Savannah Guthrie and I'm so sorry, and I know how tough that is on you and everybody there. And I'll let you go with that. It is Chloe Melas. It is Today with Chloe on the Yeah Come On Show. Man, that's I could tell she was starting to get choked up there. Mm-hmm. It's just tough. You mentioned it, and obviously she's talking to the people. They're even saying, you hear it mentioned. Once you hear it mentioned 3 or 4 times, you're like, she may not be back. This may be it for her.
Yeah,
and her career.
I'm saying Savannah might retire.
In other words, they've acknowledged it. If you're listening and following the story, which I think most people are, it's gotten to the point now that so many people have dealt with abductions. So many people in our country have had people kidnapped, taken, and not known anything for a week or 10 years until a body's found or recovered, or for some reason, miraculously, boy, that was a tough word for me to try. They come back, and you're like, what the hell happened, Amy Smart? So in this situation, I think that she feels like she's gotten too much attention because of her position. Mm-hmm. I think that she realizes that there's been too much done and talked about. It's nationwide, and I think that starts to work you. So what the family did is they offered up $1 million now from the family to anybody leading to any information to find her mother. And then they also put out $500,000 to go to rewards for other people trying to find missing people.
Wow.
So they've done that as a PR thing, but I really don't think it was PR as much as it is. I think Savannah Guthrie is somebody that made it, but she's a normal person. And she's like, oh, I'm not comfortable. We're getting too much attention because of my star power. Let's put some money towards this. I've had a wonderful life. Let's help other people in the same situation because now we know what it feels like.
Yeah, it might be a new life's mission of hers, especially if there's the not knowing if we never, there's a chance that they may never find out what happened to her, and that's awful.
May never. We've got a father whose son was abducted and killed, and now he's made it his life commitment. You watch
John
Walsh for what 30, 40 years. That guy's been trying to find missing people.
Adam, that TV movie scared me when I was a kid. I was
scared the hell out of me too. Yeah, he's got his little red ball cap. Yeah. Everybody remembers.
Yeah.
Watching that. Well, Today with Chloe brought to you by Smalls Sliders. Smalls Sliders coming to Marietta, Windy Hill, mid-March. We do the grand opening live. You'll start to see me on my socials talking more and more about Smalls Sliders. It's a to-go dream. Great tasting burgers, small, and they're going to be all over the state of Georgia. Also, North Atlanta Golf Carts brought you that as well. Hey, man, if you're in one of these gated communities or you're in a community without an HOA or your HOA says it's okay to ride golf carts, man, North Atlanta Golf Carts is where you go. Not only do they, Jeff, have 2 locations, you bring them in, they'll pick them up at your house. I used to do that with my Harley Davidson with a couple dealerships. I'm in a car, I'm by myself. Can you come pick up my bike, fix it, and bring it back? They trailer it, they fix them, they update them, and they sell them new and used. And all you have to do is mention Yeah Come On Show or Southside Steve. Ask for the Yeah Come On deal. $500 off a used or new golf cart. And now we switch a little bit of gears into a very fast Steve MZ.
Stevie,
I want to do Steve MZ because I just want to hit Martin Short's kid and move fast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hold 1 second. Mike, I clearly told you to talk. I'll handle it. Two people's too much.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he froze.
No, I used to see Larry and Eric yell at our producer, it's too much. One. And I'll do it with a smile but a firmness. Same way I talk to my boys on the baseball team. Mike, I told you to say into Jeff's ear, I wrote it out, text you. I said, tell him Steve MZ quickie so he'd hit the music. Instead, he brought it up like, what are we doing? It looks bad.
That's right. Oh, producer Mike, when's he going to learn, you know?
I don't know, man. It takes a minute for some guys, but here we are for
it's
a quickie.
Sad Steve MZ. Okay,
it is sad, and I'm going to let you take it because I did so much with Chloe. Steve MZ, Martin Short, you know, when you see famous people, actors, people that you like, adore, they have kids. Sometimes you see the kids, sometimes you don't. Some people protect their children and don't want them even photographed. But some are always there with them, like at the Oscars, like what Chloe's going to do. But he lost his daughter.
Yeah, I believe I heard that she was adopted, 42 years old, and apparently...
And that happens a lot, too. You know why? Because the women in these marriages just don't have time for the pregnancy or the 9 months or 10 months after a baby's born just due to their careers, but they want to have a child. And I think adopting is fantastic. I hate to hear of a kid that would never get adopted. You know, it's not about who had intercourse. It's about who raised you.
Yeah, who raised. Yeah, exactly. So, apparently a self-inflicted gunshot against a suicide.
Come on.
Yeah, 42 years old. Yeah,
God, that's such a shame.
And then we just lost David
Carradine.
No, not David.
The brother.
Keith Carradine.
Did you get that right?
This week, yeah.
The nerd. We talked about it just 2 days ago.
Yeah, but he was a suicide.
You're vamping badly right now.
It's suicide as well.
Yeah, but they have not released what took place there with him. I just know they say that it was a definite suicide, and that was bipolar. But yeah, as far as Martin Short's daughter, you just hate to hear that. You know, there's other things in the news. Jimmy Kimmel's not changing. He ripped into Trump, let Justin Bieber, you know, do what he's doing. There's so many people just continuing to say and do different things. Even Bill Gates came out and literally confessed to affairs with a Russian woman. Yeah, Bill, you've been caught for sure. Martin Short's daughter. Yeah, this is so sad. Kathleen dying by suicide. So cute. And it's just a shame, man. Look at her. Just a pretty little girl there, man. Mm-hmm. And you just don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know what's going on. I can't imagine taking my life. And I have two friends that did it with a gun.
Wow.
One guy was literally on his way to work. And I'll say it quick. We were working at ASA, Atlantic Southeast Airlines, and this was the day shift. I was the night shift guy. I barely knew this guy. It was during my first year and a half there. So I was all nighttime, that night shift. The day shift guys left. Their uniform pants were faded. They'd been working for the airlines for 4 years. They're not getting the new uniforms, making a statement. This guy was one of them. And he'd gotten, I guess, a DUI, and he was not allowed to drive. And they said if you get caught driving, they were firm, you'll lose your license for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. It was something along those lines where the judge had told him that. So he's on his way to work, and he's running late. And he runs a red light, and this police officer didn't know what he was triggering. The officer turns on the blues to come for him, and he's running, and the officers are behind him. And then the officer actually gets stuck in traffic. A bunch of people came out running the red to get on the interstate, and he was held up. And instead of pulling over and waiting, he just took off. But he knew that the officer probably had his tag number. Mm-hmm. He drives back to his apartment complex. And he leaves a note on the door, don't come in, call the police. And he goes in the shower stall with a gun that I'd been at his house with. They're all playing poker. And, I went over to hanging out with the day guys, and this had been about 2 months prior. And he literally came out, and I'm never comfortable when people show weapons, but he clearly had it unloaded. But he literally had a .357, and he was showing us the weapon.
And that's what he used?
He goes in there.
And you think it was triggered by him 100%. Getting caught and he was going to lose his 100%.
License? Sane individual, ready to go to work. I just knew that he had just had a series of oops, and he knew he was going to lose his license for 10 years. And I think it was just too much in that moment to handle. And the authorities did have his tag. They did trace it back to the apartment. And they did come for him, and they found him.
Wow.
So that's a horrible, horrible story and a little Steve MZ. So let's take it up a notch with politics.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to have to make an executive call, and Mike will have to pay attention to this. We're going to do a combination here because we're running out of time. A Politictainment Sports
You got that?
So that means
he's going to hit both sounders
at the same time. Yeah.
Hit them the same time.
Ready? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Home Dictainment.
God, that was intense.
They do kind of overlap because we're like our sports reporter, your brother-in-law Jack Sugar says, we're going to kind of get into a lull of sports for a little bit here. But the Olympics are still very much in the news because the hockey team made an appearance last night at the State of the Union address.
They did.
And I got a couple of clips pulled. This is just, of course, the beginning of Trump bragging about where we're at.
Well, a lot of people think he does brag, but he has the right to brag. Everything that he's saying and the way he does it, he's kind of like, well, you know. But the guy has definitely turned some things around, and he deserves to brag. But maybe he could do it more presidentially, and that's the hiccup people have.
My fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
It just kind of gets exhausting with all the, the standing ovations. Like they're getting up and they clap every time he says something. Right behind, you see J.D. Vance and Mike Johnson getting up, and
they signal it a lot of times. Yeah. It's their job to stand first to send the message. And I can tell you, as a Catholic, I'm used to standing, sitting, kneeling. The only people that are in shape for this are people that go to the gym or big-time Catholics, because nobody else. I thought about it, and I said, man, I should have counted. I think they stood up probably 80 times
at least,
and clapped. That's a lot.
And the Democrats barely got up.
They got up a couple of times.
They got up for the men's hockey team,
which is where our sports combo comes in.
Yeah, they I think that's one of the only times they stood up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. The one time that he called for it, he just basically said, if you believe that we should put U.S. citizens first and illegal aliens second, and that we should basically gear our finances to take care of American citizens first and illegals second, then stand up.
Yeah, it got a little chaotic around there because Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman, she started yelling. I mean, I couldn't hear what she. No, I don't think.
And she's sitting next to the other bitter woman
in the squad. I didn't see AOC. Was she not there?
No, you know why? She opted out.
Oh.
I don't know whether she went to that other little side gig they did with the Virginia. I just want to apologize. Your governor is a commie. Good Lord, good luck with that woman. I don't know how. She came in as a moderate, gets elected, and turns into a super freak. I don't know. This country doesn't have time for that crap. But I didn't see her, and I think she still got in her head presidential bid. So it would not have suited her to be seated and not standing. So that just tells me she's thinking about it. That's why she wasn't there. I saw one of our guys, Warnock. Mm-hmm. Warnock wasn't standing.
But here's a clip of the little bit of the chaotic moment when she was screaming back because Trump was like, "Hey, we're here to protect Americans first, immigrants second," and they didn't like that for whatever reason.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
And she yells back, you should be ashamed. And he talks about the money, the corruption. So he said, he brings up Minneapolis.
Oh, the Somalian daycare scandal, yeah.
And he brings up the $18 billion, which is the figure we keep hearing. He says it's worse.
It's more, he went on. There's a bunch of other states that have all kinds of fraud. Now, I thought Doge was going to fix this. What happened to Doge?
That is the greatest question ever. What happened there? And it may be because he and Elon, I don't know. And I really don't even care.
That's what Doge was going to do. I mean, I don't care who does it. Let's just do it. Let's find it and stop it.
Somebody do the work, find it and stop it. But here's what he said. He left this out, a little tea leaf. It wasn't even a tea leaf. He just said it. They're going to take this money if they find it, all this corrupt money, and it may come to the point that we no longer have to pay income tax.
Okay.
And dude, you take that off my table?
Yeah.
That is a hell yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up with the track 13.
Yeah, that was brought to you by Regal Nissan. Regal Nissan, located right there in Roswell, Holcomb Bridge Road and Georgia 400. Go there for service. We did not use our boy today, Skipper. I told him you got the morning off. We're going to go sports light, but we're going to get busy with it. Skipper knows baseball. He knows basketball, and that's where we're about to live. So look forward to that in the future. Also, I just wanted to thank David Markwell of Markwell Therapy. Man, I think there were some people in that crowd that need some therapy. I do. So go to markwelltherapy.com if you need anything like a talk. And it's whether you're left, right, dead center, politics aside, if you're feeling funky or you know you got some deep hate or some issues and you need to talk it out, markwelltherapy.com. And again, anybody that advertises with us, I know most of them personally, they're proven. And I've advertised for them in radio for over 15 years. Most of these sponsors, they're the best. Ask for the Yeah Come On deal.
All right, we're a couple days out from Hairball, the 80s rock tribute band.
No, well, actually, Hairball is this Friday.
This Friday. We're a couple days away.
We're a couple days away. I thought you said couple weeks.
No, a couple days away. Trilith Live in Fayetteville.
Hold on, I just want to yell at him. Mike, can you write days on my paper, not weeks? That was not his fault.
No, that was me.
But Hairball's coming to Trilith Live. You're right.
Yeah, and we've been doing sort of deep cut, track 13, 80s rock songs. Any ideas for today's?
Well, I gave you a gold one yesterday, didn't I? Ooh, man, what I gave you, the Gene Simmons song.
Oh, no, the Ace Frehley one.
I listened to the Ace Frehley thing this morning while getting showered. Rocket Ride was a great song, and you're right, man. It was well done. I like it better than a few. I can't believe they never did that song live.
You're missing your favorite band because they do Journey.
Well, I know they do Journey.
Why don't you pick a Journey song?
It's slow, but I love it.
Okay.
It's not too slow.
Nothing wrong with Journey ballads. They're some of the best.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, because I listened to this morning as well. This song brings me peace. I love the video. There's a blonde in the front row, and you can tell the concert's in California. I think it's at the L.A. Coliseum. It's an outdoor. And this is probably 82, 83. Might have even been 84. But, man, I'm looking at it, and this chick is just, like, looking up at Steve Perry in the video. And then there's a good-looking dude, too. It's like two of the best-looking people in California. You know, I'm looking now as they're looking up at stage. I'm imitating them. So they're just, like, doing this with the beat. And Steve Perry's looking down, and it is the video for Send Her My Love.
Okay, not quite a track 13, but it'll work.
It's not. I know it's a popular song.
But sometimes we have to please the masses.
But you look for, if you watch the video, if you go back and listen to the song at the end of this show, it's just going to put you in a good mood. It's just one of those incredible songs showing Steve Perry at his best. And what is my favorite rock and roll band.
Yeah, so you can see the video. Just click the link in the description. We will end there. Journey, track 13. It is Send Her My Love on the Come On Show.